Alright, welcome to my How Is It Reactive video. In this episode, I will be covering the Hot Ride Glider. As you can see here, one of the very few reactive gliders in the game. And if I remember correctly, I think this was the very first reactive glider in the game from Season 5. So this glider was extremely rare. I waited over 700 days for this to come to the item shop again. And would you believe it came out just the other day in the Squatting Dogs bundle? But then everything went downhill from there. Apparently this particular glider glitched and crashed the game when people would purchase it. So as such, they removed it entirely from the item shop, and it will be back probably in the next update. But as such, not many people got to purchase it. But like I said, they just updated today and said the bundle will be back in the next update. When? I'm not sure. They just said in the next update. So the description says, burn down the road. And like I said, it's from Season 5. I always thought it was the Hot Rod Glider, but it's actually the Hot Ride. And in fact, in one of the tweets, the official Fortnite status account called it the Hot Rod Glider. Not the Hot Ride, but Rod. But as you can see, it definitely says Ride right there. So I wanted this ever since it first came out. If you watched my item shop review when it was in there, I mentioned why. And the reason is, it's the closest thing to the DeLorean that we'll ever get. If you're not sure what a DeLorean is, it's basically the best car ever created. And it was the highlight of the Back to the Future movies. It was the time machine that Doc Brown built, went back to 1955, went back to 1985, went to 2015. And like I said, this is the closest we're gonna get to that car, unless they do a Back to the Future crossover, which I'm still holding out hope for. Maybe one day we'll actually get it. But you can see, well, in Back to the Future 2, they had the flying DeLorean and the wheels folded up just like that. And the design almost looks like a true DeLorean. I mean, there's a few subtle differences, but obviously it wasn't red either, it was silver. But it's close. But like I said, it is reactive and it does have a few special properties. Number one, as you can hear, well, it's kind of muffled right now, but it plays the Afterburner song. So if you have the music pack right here, this is from Season 9, I swear this is the same music that played during the Air Royale back in the day. I don't know if the current Air Royale, it just came back recently, played this music, but this was the music that played during that entire LTM. One of my favorite music packs in the game, but for some reason when you play it here, watch, the music gets all muffled. So I don't know if it's like that in game, if it's truly that muffled, but a lot of people think that's the reactive nature, that just because it plays music, it's reactive. But for comparison, the Coral Cruiser also plays music, and look, there is no reactive tag on this one at all. So this literally sings a song when you glide, and there's a few other gliders too that play music, and they're not labeled as reactive. So that is not how it's reactive. In fact, it does more things than just play music. So let me show you. All right, so here we are in Battle Lab. Let me show you exactly what the Hot Ride Glider does. So this is on the PS5. We've got the best graphics available. Let's see what it looks like and what it does. Here we go. Okay, so the music is muffled here as well. I'll be quiet a minute so you can hear. I mean, they made it pretty realistic. If the music is blaring inside the car and we're outside, that's what it would sound like. It's a bit muffled. But the deploy is pretty sweet. It comes swerving around, and then a blue flame, or a blue-purple flame, shoots out the back. That's pretty sweet. And then the wheels fold up, and you've got some wings pop up on the back, and then the antenna comes up as well. So that's the deploy noise. Pretty sweet. Now notice I haven't moved it all yet. I don't want to move yet. Alright, so here we go again. Now notice I didn't move at all last time. But look underneath, by the way. You can see the little jet streams coming off the hovering wheels. So when you push forward, this is what happens. Oh, look at that. The music gets louder when you go forward. Holy smokes. Okay, so I'm not going to talk here again. Listen to the muffled music, and then we'll push forward. This is the best glider in the game, hands down. So again, the music is not the reactive feature. The reactive feature is actually when you move left and right. So I guess when you move forward, that's kind of reactive too. You get that jet stream coming out of there. But watch when you move left. The turn signals light up. That is how it's reactive. Do you see that? All the turn signals light up on the wing, on the far wing, on the actual back of the car. Same thing for when you go right. They literally light up and turn as you turn. How crazy is that? This glider is so awesome. Probably the best glider in the game, hands down. Now the lights also come up. I want to see if anything happens in the nighttime. So we're going to have to wait a minute. Okay, I'm actually turning right and it was going left there, so that was kind of weird. And when you land, listen to this. It makes a tire squeal noise. How cool is that? So I'll be honest with you guys, I have never ever seen this in game. Nobody has ever ran this in any game that I've ever played. So one thing I failed to mention is that when you push forward, the wheels actually kind of pull up a little bit. Now watch when I stop, they're going to go back under and tuck underneath. So that's kind of cool. And also, as you see, when you stop, the brake lights come on. So again, we're pushing forward. No lights are on unless we're turning left or we're turning right. But when you fully stop, boop, the brake lights come on. So that is how it's reactive. But I want to see if it does anything in the dark as well. Well, I noticed one more thing as well while I'm waiting for the night to fall. When you go backwards, the reverse lights come on as well. That's pretty sweet. So you got white lights. You've got the turn signals, you've got the brake lights. There's no lights when you go forward, other than the giant purple-blue beam shooting out the back. Love it. Okay, so it's not even dark yet, and I can already notice one thing. The headlights have completely popped up. Look at that. How awesome. So the headlights were always up, but now they're actually on. Oh, look at that. That looks so awesome. The color scheme, the flame. Check out all the lights. Got the brake lights on as well. Yeah, so the lights are also technically reactive. They only come on at night. The headlights, I should say. I should clarify and say the headlights only come on at night. So that's about all there is to it for the Hot Ride glider. One of the best, if not the best gliders in the game. There's just so much going on in terms of awesomeness and reactivity. So to sum it up, at nighttime, the headlight beams actually turn on. They always pop up, but the beams don't actually display until nighttime. When you press forward in day or night, you've got this blue-purple beam. The wings pop out, the antenna pops up, the wheels pull up a little bit as well. When you turn left, you've got the left blinker. When you turn right, you've got the right blinker. When you full stop, the brake lights actually come on. When you go in reverse, the reverse lights come on. And then, of course, when you're standing still, you've got the muffled music. And when you press forward, you've got the exponentially louder music. Such a jam-packed glider. And again, this is one of the few reactive gliders in the game. It's just got so much going for it. The color scheme is great. The deploy animation is great. The deploy sound is great. And even when you land, you get that unique landing noise. So there you go. That's all there is to it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. A like is always appreciated. And don't forget to use my Support-A-Creator Code, which is Tabor time.